I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Thursday, January the 21st, 2016. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu spoke on stage today to CNN journalist Fareed Zakaria in Davos, Switzerland at the World Economic Forum, where the journalist asked Netanyahu about challenges Israel faces, including Iran and ISIS, and efforts to delegitimize Israel. The two also discussed the conflict and prospects for peace between Israel and the Palestinians, as well as the U.S.-Israel relationship, which Netanyahu reaffirmed, calling it rock solid.
You know, we can have our disagreements. We do. They're always publicized. They're very dramatic. But the alliance between the United States and Israel is so strong and so powerful that the only thing that's collapsed is the talk of the imminent American-Israeli collapse. It's very clear that's not going to happen, and that this partnership is rock solid. It will remain so.
Earlier today, Netanyahu met with U.S. Vice President Joe Biden and Secretary of State John Kerry at the forum, where they discussed regional issues as well. An Israeli police officer was lightly injured today in East Jerusalem. He was chasing down several young Palestinian stone throwers when he was hit by a firebomb thrown at him. He was taken to the hospital with light wounds to his leg. And in a separate incident, a firebomb was thrown at a vehicle on the road between Ma'ale Adumim and Jerusalem, lightly injuring a 40-year-old driver who was taken to Shaarei Tzedek Medical Center. A man who served as a medic at Auschwitz is set to stand trial in Germany next month. Hubert Zafke, who is now 95, faces charges of being an accessory to murder in the deaths of over 3,681 people that took place between August the 15th to September the 14th of 1944. German privacy laws had allowed Zafke's name to be withheld, referring to him only up until this point as Hubert Z. However, the Associated Press now identified him as Hubert Zafke. His trial will take place in Neubrandenburg in northeastern Germany on February the 29th. And while prosecutors say he is not accused of being directly involved in killings at Auschwitz, they say Zafke was part of the camp's organizational structure, was aware that it was an extermination camp, and therefore participated in the slaughter of thousands. Rabbi Ronald Greenwald, who worked to help free several Jewish and Israeli citizens, has died. Greenwald in particular was known for his efforts in working for the release of Soviet refusenik Natan Sharansky. He also served as President Richard Nixon's liaison to the Jewish community. Greenwald also founded and ran the Camp Sternberg Orthodox Jewish summer camp for girls in the Catskills and operated the Monsey Academy for girls. His funeral was held yesterday in his hometown of Monsey, New York. He will be buried in Israel. Greenwald was 82. Actor Michael Douglas and Jewish Agency Chairman Natan Sharansky are set to visit 3 college campuses to talk about Israel and modern-day anti-Semitism, as well as discuss issues of tolerance and inclusion in the Jewish community. The two head to Brown University on January the 28th, Stanford on February the 2nd, and UC Santa Barbara on February the 3rd. All part of a program co-hosted by the Jewish Agency, Hillel International, and the Genesis Prize Foundation. If you recall, Douglas was awarded the Genesis Prize in 2015 and promised to use it to promote inclusion, in particular to improve outreach to intermarried families. Hillel President and CEO Eric Fingerhut lauded the project. He said Michael Douglas and Natan Sharansky will help students recognize that no matter where they came from, they are part of the Jewish community and have a role to play to ensure its future. Genesis Prize Foundation co-founder and chairman Stan Polovets said it was the first time that a celebrity had offered to partner with a world Jewish leader to take on such a task. Polovets said at a time when certain individuals and groups in the academic community, as well as other forces, are making sustained efforts to delegitimize Israel, these visits are particularly important and timely. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight, Thursday, January the 21st. At 7:30, Rabbi Avi Weiss, Jack Moline, and Marla Feldman discuss the Jewish basis for social conscience. At 8 o'clock, Executive Director of the Israel Religious Action Center and Women of the Wall leader Anat Hoffman discusses women's rights, religious pluralism, and other issues in a program of Temple Bethel in Stamford, Connecticut. Then at 9, Mark Golub sits down with IDF Sergeant in Reserve Benjamin Anthony of Our Soldiers Speak on L'chaim, and at 10:30, it's episode 2 of the JBS original series, Date to Mate. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 6:30, Canada's former Foreign Minister, the Honorable John Baird, talks about his personal commitment to the State of Israel and how he helped to influence Canada's pro-Israel stand. That's from the 2015 Jewish Federation of North America's General Assembly. And that's the JBS News Update for Thursday, January the 21st, 2016. I'm Teisha Bader.